Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. Well, I am super excited to let you know that we are going to start our AWS Certified AI Practitioner course. Guys, you know that AI is the most trending technology and the most trending topic right now. Everyone is talking about AI. Everyone is looking forward to power their applications with AI, right? So it is absolutely necessary for us that we must learn about AI, we must learn about machine learning. At least we should have some solid foundation that what is AI, what are the AI and ML models, and also we are going to discuss that what kind of services AWS is providing for AI. Guys, in our AWS Cloud Practitioner course, we learned that there are over 240 plus AWS services. And among those services, AWS offers 20 plus AI and machine learning services. So we are going to have a quick look in this overview video. We are going to learn what we are going to cover in this course. So that would be just an introductory video, and I really appreciate your time and your support for DevOps Molvi. Let's get started and see what we are going to cover in this course. By the way, guys, spoiler alert, I am already writing my slides and planning all the course content on Google Drive. So make sure that you must check the description of each video. I will be sharing the link of the Drive, Google Drive link for each lecture that we complete, that we discussed on our YouTube channel. So far, this would be my fifth chapter. I'm already writing the slides on Amazon Q. Let's take a quick look on this chapter, what we are going to discuss here. And AWS Certified AI Practitioner. The AWS Certified AI Practitioner covers the foundational knowledge of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Gen AI, generative AI, which is a little bit different. We are going to have a detailed discussion on Gen AI in our next chapter, chapter number 2, and Gen AI concepts and its use cases as well. The cost of AWS Certified AI Practitioner exam is $100. So just like we know that the AWS Cloud Practitioner certification costs $100, the AI Practitioner also costs $100. The exam, okay? The exam cost is $100. So in this course, we are going to discuss about AI, artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and what are the Gen AI services that are offered by AWS. And that would be our goal. After completing this course, we will have an idea about AI ML services and technologies that are used in AWS. Just like we have Amazon Bedrock, Amazon SageMaker AI, Amazon Q, and so on. There are 20 plus AWS AI services. The primary focus is to focus the AWS AI suite of AI ML services like SageMaker, Bedrock, Chatbot, etc. The exam is not intended to build AI ML solutions on AWS. If you are preparing for AWS AI practitioner, you just have an idea about AI services of AWS, ML services of AWS. You are not going to perform any practical tasks in this certification, or there wouldn't be any practical or solution based questions in the AI exam. So the exam is not intended to build AI ML solutions on AWS. We must have an idea about AI, ML, Gen AI, and especially Amazon Bedrock, Amazon SageMaker AI, and Amazon Q. These are the showstopper AI ML services that AWS offers. So we must learn about these AWS AI services. So Amazon, just like I told you, AWS provides at least 20 plus services focused on AI ML capabilities. We can learn about the custom and pre-built AWS AI models that are used for specific tasks. For instance, Amazon Lex used to build AI-based chatbots. So Amazon Lex is also an AI ML service of AWS, and there are 20 plus services AWS offers with AI and ML capabilities, and we can learn about the custom and pre-built AWS AI models. So we can also build our own AI ML models on AWS. So we can design our own models, we can build our own custom models, and we can also use the pre-built AWS AI models for our applications. So what are we going to cover in this course? We are going to learn about generative AI, Gen AI, the AI that is used to generate text, documents, images, videos. That's why it is known as generative AI, to generate documents, configuration files, YAML files, text, images, videos, reports, etc. So generative AI, AWS AI ML stack, the services, Amazon SageMaker, Bedrock, Lex, Poly, AWS Chatbot. So these are the major services that we are going to cover in this course. And that is the overview of AWS AI Practitioner course. By the way, guys, let's hop on to AWS console. So you can see that I have been working on Amazon SageMaker AI, Amazon Q. These are all AWS ML services. Like we have Amazon Bedrock. So Amazon Bedrock is also AWS AI service, SageMaker AI, Amazon Lex, Amazon Chat, Amazon Poly. All of these are services that are used to build and deploy custom AI solutions. Just like we have this Amazon Bedrock, and also we have Amazon Q. All of these services are offered by AWS, and all of these are AI ML services. For instance, if I want to learn about Amazon Q, what is Amazon Q? So AWS console also explains an overview of each service. That's what I want to show you, that it is a generative AI service, Amazon Q, a generative AI powered assistant from AWS to help reinvent how you work. So this is how Amazon Q looks like, and Amazon Q is a Gen AI service, generative AI service. And not only that, Amazon Q is subdivided into Amazon Q Developer, Amazon Q Business, Amazon Q in QuickSight, Amazon Q in Connect, and Amazon Q in AWS supply chain. So we can search Amazon Q developer. For instance, if I want to search, okay, now you can see that Amazon Q developer is also a Gen AI service from AWS, and it is specific for developers, right? Now you can see here, it is one of the developer tools for AI ML developers. And with Amazon Q Developer, we can build applications faster and spend less time solving software development problems. So guys, that was just an overview how AWS offers its AI ML stack. And you can learn about each AI ML service for free, because in AWS pre-tier, every service is offered for learning, for exploring. We can get free tier resources to learn about each AI ML service. And that's what we are going to look in this course. So that's it for today, guys. And I will see you in our next detailed chapter of AWS Gen AI and machine learning. We are going to learn what is AI, what is Gen AI, and what is machine learning in the next chapter. Make sure that you subscribe DevOps Molvi. I will see you in our next chapter of this AI practitioner course. Have a good one. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. This is our chapter number 2, in which we are going to learn about AWS Gen AI and ML. So first of all, we must know what is Gen AI and what is machine learning. So let's get started. and make sure that you subscribe DevOps Molvi. I really appreciate your support. So, first of all, we must know what is AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. AI is actually the mimicry of human intelligence. That is the shortest definition of AI. The mimicry of human intelligence. AI is the simulation of human intelligence. This is also another definition. The computer systems become intelligence just like we humans, and they can make decisions. So, this process, this technology is known as artificial intelligence. AI mimics, okay, mimicry, just like you know that some people mimic celebrities, other famous people. So, AI mimics human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, and problem solving using algorithms and data. Now, guys, there are two major and crucial things that are important from AI perspective. The first one is data. In every previous lecture, I told you that data is now the most important thing in the world right now. Data is revenue, data is money, because we can train our data using algorithms and make it AI powered. So, for AI powered systems, the first thing that we need is data. And then that data is actually trained with the help of algorithms to make it intelligent so that it can make decisions, so that it can solve complex problems. Okay. So, therefore, data and algorithms are used, okay, to make AI powered applications. We collect data from different sources, and then AI ML engineers write programs, algorithms to train that data to create machine learning models. And then those machine learning models can be used to make decisions, to perform complex calculations, to solve complex problems. And this whole process is known as artificial intelligence or machine learning as well. Now, that was AI, but what is Gen AI? Generative AI? The short form is Gen AI. As the name says, generative AI. Generative AI is the combination of two terms. The first one is generative, which means to generate, to create stuff. And AI means using AI models. So if I am looking to generate YAML file, a document, an image, a video, then this is actually generative AI. I am using AI models to generate images, to generate videos, to generate configuration files. So this is known as generative AI. Generative AI or Gen AI can generate high quality text, images, and other content. So most of the services on AWS are Gen AI services. So that's why it is collectively known as AWS Gen AI. So in order to quickly understand Gen AI means the AI which is used to produce, to generate text, images, videos, documents, configuration files, YAML files, and collectively it is known as Gen AI. Now, this is how I asked AI to tell us how Gen AI works. So, I actually asked ChatGPT that tell me how Gen AI works. So, this is actually produced by ChatGPT. And my question was how generative AI works. Please give me or share an image so that I can download, and I have just downloaded the image. So the process is quite simple. You can see I shared the input. I wrote that please let me know how Gen AI works. So that was actually the input. Now ChatGPT used its free model, which is GPT-4o mini, and that AI model has already been trained. Okay, and this AI model actually produced this image and showed me that that's how Gen AI works. And an image was generated after a couple of moments, and we can see that I shared the input, and AI model which has already been trained, it actually worked like for mini of ChatGPT, And after a couple of moments, it has generated the output, and that output has been downloaded by me. So whole process is how generative AI works. We can give the input, write me a YAML file, write me any configuration file. So ChatGPT AI model will write the configuration file, and we can quickly download or save that YAML file. So this is known as Gen AI. This is known as generative AI. So you can also try and ask ChatGPT, please create that image for me. Now, what is that? It is actually Gen AI. We are asking ChatGPT to generate, to download, to produce an image. So this is how Gen AI works. Gen AI stands for generative AI, and with Gen AI, we can produce or we can generate images, documents, YAML files, configuration files, videos, reports, and so on. So, what is AWS Gen AI? AWS Gen AI is a collection of AWS AI services and tools to generate content. AWS Gen AI services that we can use to generate content is collectively known as AWS Gen AI. AWS Gen AI provides a powerful set of tools, APIs, and models to build AI based smart applications. AWS Gen AI is used to automatically generate text, images, code, reports, and video content. So there are 20 plus AWS Gen AI and ML services that we can use to generate text, documents, videos, images, etc. And this is known as AWS Gen AI. What are those services? Let's get to the next slide. And AWS Gen AI services are Bedrock, which would be our next chapter, and Amazon Q, Amazon Transcribe, Lex, Translate, SageMaker AI. So all of these are actually AWS Gen AI services, and all of these are actually separate lectures that we are going to learn about these AWS Gen AI services. And as per my promise, our next chapter would be Amazon Bedrock. Now, what is AWS machine learning? Machine learning is also a crucial part of AI. Okay, and most of the times, machine learning is considered as the part of AI which trains computer systems to learn from data. And this is the example I have shared, the most common example of YouTube recommending videos based on past viewing. So if I am searching for DevOps videos, every time I log into YouTube, it will recommend DevOps videos to me, right? Because YouTube continuously gets the input from users. Now here I am the user and my input was DevOps lectures or DevOps videos. Now, for every next time I hop on or log into YouTube, it will recommend based on my past viewing that this person is actually looking for DevOps videos. So let's share the top notch or top quality DevOps content to this user. So that was the input. I shared the input, and YouTube has already its trained models. So those models share the recommended content that I am explicitly looking for. So this is the example of machine learning where computers, systems, devices are trained on the basis of data. So again, guys, data is everything. We must have data so that we can train that data with the help of algorithms. And once that data is trained, our application would be AI power. And therefore, machine learning is actually a crucial part of AI where we train our models. These are the key steps to create a machine learning model. Raw data is collected in the form of a model. We have the data collected from different sources. The model is trained with the help of programs and algorithms. AI engineers and machine learning engineers will write programs and algorithms on training the data. After the training is completed, the trained model is available for testing or validation, whether that model can make accurate decisions, can perform complex computational work. That model is used for predictive decisions. After the validation and evaluation is completed, we can use that ML model for predictive decisions. Now, guys, let's hop on to Chat GPT, and I will ask Chat, new chat, and I'm using the free. So which model you are? Which model you are? And it will tell me that you are currently chatting with ChatGPT based on the GPT-4o architecture, also known as GPT-4o Mini, and it was released by OpenAI in 2024. How much? Let's ask this: how much data this model has been trained on? So I'm getting more information. OpenAI has not publicly disclosed the exact size of the dataset, but it would be huge. It would be in petabytes. So GPT-4o is trained to process text, images, audio, and video inputs natively. So I will ask, are you Gen AI? Yes, it is actually generative AI because it is used to produce text, images, and videos. So now, guys, we have another term here. It large language model. Okay, large language model. LLMs are actually those models that are trained on huge data sets. Okay, for instance, Amazon Titan is also an LLM, and it will be yes. Yes, Amazon Titan is also a large language model. And all of those models are used for text generation, summarization, classification, embeddings, image generation. So, all of these models are actually Gen AI models. And those models are actually machine learning models, but very mature and trained on massive amount of data. Now, getting back to our lecture, I will slideshow. And now raw data is collected in the form of a model. So that data can be in petabytes or gigabytes. Okay. And then the model is trained. If we are going to work on large language model LLM, so there must be a lot of AI ML engineers working to train that model. Just like I have shared you the example of free GPT-4o, which is actually a large language model of OpenAI. Amazon Titan is an LLM, machine learning model of AWS. So after the training is completed, now these models can make predictive decisions. If I ask this model again, can you make predictive decisions, it will say that yes, of course I can help make predictive decisions, but with important context. So after all, there are actually limitations, but still that model is mature enough or trained enough so that it can make predictive decisions, and it also can generate text and perform complex calculations. In this very simple diagram, I have shared the steps how we can train a machine learning model. We have the data. That data would be trained with the help of algorithms or programs. After the training is completed, that training is actually done by AI ML engineers. So you don't have to worry that you are going to build that solution or you are going to build that ML model. You can learn, you can try to create ML model, but actually these tasks and responsibilities are performed by AI ML engineers. Those guys actually train the data so that we can get the trained model. So this is how an ML model is created. We have raw data. That raw data is actually trained with the help of programs and algorithms. Once that model is evaluated, it is available for predictive decision. And what are the AWS ML services? We have Rekognition, Comprehend, Forecast, Lex, Personalize, Deep Racers. So all of these are actually AWS machine learning services. So we can use any of these ML services, create our own custom machine learning models, or we can use the pre-built ML models that these services offer. We will have a quick look on these ML services in our upcoming chapters. So that's it, guys, for today's lecture. I hope that you understand what is AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence, and Gen AI stands for generative AI, which is used to generate, to produce text, images, code, report, graphs, and whatever we are looking for. And AWS has a full suite of AWS Gen AI services like Amazon Bedrock, SageMaker AI, Lex, Poly. And after that, we learned about machine learning. In machine learning, we can train raw data with the help of algorithms and programs. And once that data is trained, it is evaluated and it is available as a machine learning model. We also saw ChatGPT's 4o Mini, which is a large language model, and it is actually trained on massive amount of data sets. And after that, we got to know the AWS key ML services. We are going to have a quick look on all of these services. I will try my best, and I will see you in our next chapter, which is our first AWS AI service, and it is known as Amazon Bedrock. So I will see you in our next chapter. Make sure that you subscribe DevOps Molvi, and in case of any suggestion, feedback, please let me know in the comments. I will see you in the next chapter. Have a good one. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. This is our third chapter of the AI Practitioner course, and it is about one of the biggest services on AWS, that is for Gen AI applications, and it is known as Amazon Bedrock. Okay, so let's get started. And before we get started, make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. So you can see this picture of bedrocks. Bedrock actually is a strong foundation. Now you can see here, this is actually a bedrock. This is a bedrock. And on top of that bedrock, we can find the clay, soil, or plants that are on top of the bedrock. So bedrock actually provides them a strong foundation. Now that is the same case with Amazon Bedrock. This is actually the core myth or the logic behind Amazon Bedrock, that it offers strong foundation to build Gen AI apps. That is why it is known as Amazon Bedrock. It is a strong, it is a solid foundation that is used to build Gen AI applications. Just like real Bedrock that I have shown you earlier supports everything built above it, Amazon Bedrock acts as a strong foundation to build Gen AI apps in the cloud. Amazon Bedrock is powerful, scalable, and give access to multiple popular models. So not only you can build your own machine learning models, but you can also use the industry leading foundation models or large language models using Amazon Bedrock. So Amazon Bedrock supports over 100 foundation models from industry leading providers and emerging leaders. Now, there is actually a slight difference between each one of them: ML model, FM, foundation model, and serverless model. So, if you're asked about Amazon Bedrock, you can define it as it is an AWS Gen AI service that is used to build Gen AI applications. Okay, and it provides a strong foundation for our AI applications. Now, what is machine learning model and what is FM and serverless model, we are going to discuss them one by one. Machine learning model, we can also create our own machine learning models. For instance, I have shared the example of a machine learning model that detects the incoming emails as spam or not spam. We can use Python to build that model. So we can also create our own machine learning models, and this is one of the simplest example of a machine learning model. And with the help of that model, we can detect that email is legit and that is a spam. So Python is actually one of the most used languages when we are talking about Gen AI applications. So most of the times, DevOps engineers ask me about learning Python, and I strongly recommend them. Yes, Python is one of the most demanding skills nowadays for AI, ML, DevOps, or cloud engineers. So that is actually a machine learning model. Now, what is a foundation model? A large scale model trained on massive and diverse data sets. For instance, GPT-4. You use ChatGPT, so it means that you are using OpenAI's foundation model. It's GPT-4 or GPT-5 O mini, okay? And GPT-4 is the example of foundation model. Foundation models are trained on huge data, including text, images, and code on supercomputing infrastructure. So it means that foundation models are large language models that are trained on massive amount of data. These models have billions of parameters. So GPT-4 or Sonnet of Claude, these Anthropic, these models have billions of parameters, but the good news is that we can use these models to power our Gen AI applications on Amazon Bedrock. And third is serverless model, just like serverless computing. Okay, we don't have to worry about the underlying servers or infrastructure in serverless computing. And in serverless model, the infrastructure can scale up and down automatically based on the traffic or requests. The example is AWS Lambda with SageMaker. Now that would be a serverless model if we are using AWS Lambda, which is a serverless computing service on AWS. We can use AWS Lambda with SageMaker and it would be a serverless models. So we have ML models, machine learning models, we have FMs, foundation models, and we have serverless models. These are actually the three different types of models, and this is how Amazon Bedrock looks like, where we can try out, we can use the chat and images playgrounds to create images using Amazon Bedrock. Now there are actually, the important thing is here, API keys and model catalog. Now we have these popular models in Amazon Bedrock's model catalog. We have Amazon Titan Dex, Amazon Titan Image. Both models are used here for chat and image playground. If I just want to play with these models, I can use the test area. Okay, I can use the test, and with the help of test, I can generate chat or images or videos with the help of these models. Behind the curtain, Amazon Bedrock uses Amazon Titan Text, Amazon Titan Images, and rest of the models like you can see Meta Llama 2, Llama 3, AI 21 Labs, Claude 2, Claude 3, AI 21 Labs, Jurassic 2. All of these models are actually supported by Amazon Bedrock. However, pricing varies if we are using different models, but in the model catalog here, we can use up to 100 foundation models to build our own Gen AI applications. And by default, for this chat and image and video playgrounds, Amazon Titan Text and Amazon Titan Image models are used. So now, what are API keys in Amazon Bedrock? these Amazon Bedrock API keys are used for authentication when we make API calls to Bedrock using REST APIs or AWS SDKs. And these API keys act as our credentials when we want to interact programmatically with Bedrock. Just like we use AWS keys, okay, secret access key and access key to interact using AWS CLI, okay, or AWS SDK. Similarly, if I want to use or integrate Amazon Bedrock with any third-party application, I have to use the API keys. So API keys are just like we have GitHub tokens, okay? So instead of passwords, we use tokens for authentications. Similarly, we use API keys for authentications. We are going to use the API keys to make API calls to Bedrock. And we have the REST APIs or SDKs where we are going to use the API keys. Using Amazon Bedrock API keys is just like using a GitHub personal access token. This is the best example and easiest to understand. And we are not using passwords anymore. We use GitHub personal access token to integrate, to interact, to authenticate with our GitHub repositories. Similarly, we are going to use API keys to authenticate with our Amazon Bedrock. Short-term API keys and long-term API keys, these are two types that are used in Amazon Bedrock. Key expires after the console session expires. So short-term keys expire in 12 hours and long-term keys expire after, and they can expire in a couple of days. Okay, you can think about that. So long-term API keys will be expiring after 12 hours or longer than 12 hours, and short-term API keys are expired within 12 hours. So if you are looking for a long-term project and you don't want to create API keys on a daily basis, then you definitely have to go with long-term API keys. So what is test? Okay, just like I have shown you here, this is actually the playground where we can try Amazon Bedrock. Okay, and if you have AWS free tier account, you can try it. A testing area is to try out the supported model. The supported model, like I have shared a couple of models here, these are all supported on Amazon Bedrock. So we can use the model of our choice and test with chat, image, or video playgrounds. So these playgrounds are just to play, okay? And to learn about Amazon Bedrock, we can enable the model of our choice and play with it. A foundation model must be enabled before it can be used. So since we know that Amazon Bedrock supports over 100 foundation models, that doesn't mean that every model is enabled by default. Only Amazon Titan text, Amazon Titan image, these are actually the default models that are enabled by default. Rest of the models are disabled. And if I want to try any other foundation models, then definitely I have to enable it before I can use it. We can try different models and choose the best model for our application. Which model I have been looking for, I have to enable it first, and then I can use this model to build my applications. So that all happens on the test area, okay? Test area. Now we have the infer, time to get the original outputs from our trained model. Now this is known as inference. We are going to get the outputs from our custom trained model, okay? After the machine learning model training is completed, our model is ready to process data and make predictions, and this process is known as inference. So just like we create a program and then we run this program to find the outputs, whether my outputs are as per my expectations. Similarly, after ML training is completed, my machine learning training has been completed. Now it's time to get some fruit. Now it is time to get some good outputs from my machine learning model and to learn whether my machine learning model is working as per my expectations. And this process is known as infer or inference. Okay, we are testing our machine learning model. We are checking whether its outputs are correct, and this process is known as inference. We have to pay per input output tokens, and that's how billing works in Amazon Bedrock. We have to pay per input output tokens, and after that we have cross region inference. And in cross region inference, our application runs in US East 1 region, but we use cross region inference to use Amazon Bedrock models hosted in regions like EU West 1, CA Central 1, and US West 1. That means that we are using different regions to test, to check our machine learning model. Our application is running in this region, but I am going to try, I am going to test my model in different regions. Then this process is known as cross region inference. Application or the model is on in a single region, in one region, US East 1. But I'm testing from other regions. This process is known as cross-region inference. Our application can invoke Bedrock models from different regions at the same time. And actually, that is the beauty of Bedrock. You're not dependent on only one region. You can have your application in a single region, but you can test, you can check the machine learning model or our application, Gen AI based application that has been trained using different regions, and this process is known as cross region inference. And for that purpose, we have to use cross region inference profiles. Now we have, in my account, I found 24 inference profiles, and you can see here this model can route requests to these two regions. And this model, Anthropic Claude 3 Opus, can route requests to these two regions. So this is known as cross-region inference. And if I have to use it, I have to select the cross-region inference profiles. And in my account, I have these 24 profiles, and I can choose any of the profile to test cross-region inference. Now, after that, we have batch inference. Batch inference speeds up inferences on large data sets. The requests are routed in batches in this type of inference, and the results are not shared right away. Instead, Bedrock writes the results to an Amazon S3 bucket once the job is completed. If I want to speed up the inference process, definitely I am going to use the large data sets for large model, and therefore in batch inference these requests are routed in the form of batches. Okay, and that is why it is known as batch inference. But the bad news is that I cannot get the results right away or on the spot, and I have to wait for a little bit time because Amazon Bedrock writes the results to an Amazon S3 bucket. So the third part of Amazon Bedrock after test infer is tune. Okay, and tuning means to customize a large language model. Example: if a team of AI ML engineers want to fine tune Amazon Titan and create their own custom ML model. As I told you that there are over 100 foundation models supported on Amazon Bedrock. So I can take or I can enable any of these foundation models and I can customize, and this process is known as tuning. Okay, to optimize according to my needs, to customize the machine learning model according to my application requirements, and this process is known as tune. And why should we tune? Interesting example. Okay, now I have shared this example. For instance, I am feeling sick. What should I do? And the response is from the Amazon Titan model: please consult a doctor. But I want to tune it. I want to optimize it that whenever one of my clients asks this question that I am feeling sick, what should I do? And therefore, I have to customize or tune my machine learning model. So in this model, I have named it as DevOps Molvi Titan. This is my custom model, and the response should be, that said, please take some rest, drink liquids, wash hands, eat healthy, wear mask, and stay at your home. Now that is how optimization works. That was actually a default response, and now this is actually a tuned response or optimized response. So now, using this model, my clients or my application users will get this response if they ask this question. Okay, I hope that you understand. That's why optimization is needed according to your application requirements, and this process is known as tuning. After that, agents. Agents are AI bots that can do actual work for us. Now, this is not a new thing. We know that agents are actually the AI chatbots, okay, and they are using the real jobs. For instance, I'm asking my agent to find the best pizza in Islamabad. The AI agent will search for top rated pizzas in Islamabad. And on the basis of those reviews and ratings, I will get a final answer from my AI agent. So, guys, finally, we must know about how Amazon Bedrock pricing works, and pricing varies according to the models. Just like I told you that if we are using different models, then definitely there would be a slight difference in the prices. But however, more details are mentioned here about Amazon Bedrock pricing, and also I will be sharing the slides in the description of this video. So make sure that you check out the description of each video. And that's it for today's lecture. I will see you in the next chapter of Amazon SageMaker AI. Make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. And if you have any questions or queries or suggestions or feedback, let me know. Have a good one. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. Well, first of all, I would like to apologize for the delay. I was actually busy with some commitments, but we will continue from where we left. We have already covered the 3 chapters of our AWS Certified AI Practitioner course, and today we are going to start with chapter number 4, what is Amazon SageMaker AI. And then we will cover the rest of AWS Gen AI services like Amazon Poly, Rekognition, Lex, Translate, Transcribe, and we will get to know the features and the uses of each AWS Gen AI services. So let's get started. And before we get started, make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. So this is our chapter number 4. What is Amazon SageMaker AI? So uh, first of all, a quick recall about the chapters that we have already covered so far in our AWS AI Practitioner course. But guys, before I proceed, I would just like to clarify your confusion that there would be no practical stuff. We are going to just have our foundational concepts clear about AWS Gen AI services. Okay, so we know that what is a machine learning model. The process of training raw data with the help of algorithms to create a model for decision making. That's how a machine learning model is created. And we know that the models like ChatGPT's 4o Mini, Claude Sonnet, and Amazon Titan, these are actually large language models. And they are actually trained on massive amounts of data. Okay. So we can also create and train our models as well. On our laptop, we just need some raw data. We have to run algorithms or programs to train that data, and then we will get a model that can make decisions. So large language models are AI models trained on massive amount of data. Like as said, LLMs are powerful tools for building Gen AI applications. And in the previous chapters, we also discussed about Gen AI, generative AI. The generative AI is actually used to generate text, to generate documents, to generate images, videos. That's why it is known as Gen AI. So that was actually a quick recall of um, our machine learning models. Now let's get ahead and get to know about SageMaker. And I would just like to know you that there is actually a meaning, there is actually a myth hidden against each AWS service. Like, for instance, we discussed about Amazon Bedrock. Right? Now, why Bedrock is known as Bedrock, AWS Bedrock? Because it provides strong foundations to build Gen AI services. That's why it is known as Bedrock. Bedrock is actually a really strong foundation. Uh, I have already told you in detail in our AWS Bedrock chapter. But now, what is the meaning hidden behind SageMaker? What does actually SageMaker mean? SageMaker is the combination of two words, Sage and Maker. And now Sage known as knowledgeable, wise, or intelligent. So I don't know which language is it from, but Sage means knowledgeable, wise, and intelligent. And Maker, the builder or the creator. So uh, as per the conclusion, SageMaker means the service or the tool which is used to build wise, knowledgeable, or intelligent models. Okay, Sage Maker. Sage means wise, Sage means intelligent or knowledgeable, and Maker means to build, builder, creator. So, as a whole, SageMaker is known as the service that is used to build knowledgeable, wise, and intelligent models. I hope that it is now clear. And, guys, one more thing, SageMaker AI is one of the best and one of the biggest machine learning services offered by AWS. We are going to get to know more about it. And what is SageMaker AI? Now, more introduction. SageMaker AI was formerly known as Amazon SageMaker. The previous name was SageMaker, and now it is known as Amazon SageMaker AI. By the way, it is machine learning service. Amazon SageMaker AI is a fully managed machine learning service by AWS. Now, when we are talking about fully managed, it means that every headache we are going to worry about our infrastructure, we have to lay down the infrastructure layer. So in every AWS managed service, we don't have to worry about our infrastructure, about our storage, scalability, or reliability. Everything is handled by AWS itself. So that's why it is known as managed service. Okay, just like we have ECS, Elastic Container Service, is a fully managed container service offered by AWS. Elastic Kubernetes Service, it is a fully managed Kubernetes service offered by uh, AWS or Amazon. So Amazon SageMaker is also a fully managed machine learning service by AWS. It provides a platform for building, training, and deploying machine learning models. We get we get Amazon SageMaker Studio, where we can train our machine learning models. We can also upgrade, we can also modify our machine learning models and test their outputs accordingly. And we can deploy our machine learning models. And not only that, Amazon SageMaker AI provides the other foundational models that we can use to build our own machine learning models. So, what is Amazon SageMaker AI is still continued. It offers access to hundreds of pre-trained models. That's what I have told you, that we get pre-trained models that we can use to train our models, okay, including publicly available foundational models that we can deploy in few quick steps. So I would like to clear your concept of uh, the pre-trained models. For instance, if I am going to launch an EC2 virtual machine, so uh, I will get hundreds of Linux images, hundreds of AMIs from marketplace. Okay, and I can launch Ubuntu, I can launch Debian, macOS, Fedora, or Debian. Right. So there are hundreds of community AMIs. Just like that, we have hundreds of pre-trained models that we can use as foundational models, and we can deploy them in few clicks on Amazon SageMaker AI Studio. Those models are used to help to build our own custom machine learning models that are best fit for our applications. So, what are the key features of Amazon SageMaker AI? I would just highlight the major four: that it is fully managed infrastructure, it is a fully managed service from AWS. So, I don't have to worry about provisioning services, servers, or managing the infrastructure, managing the underlying hardware. SageMaker handles all the compute resources, storage, and networking itself. That is why it is known as fully managed machine learning service. And the other feature is end-to-end machine learning workflow, which supports the entire machine learning life cycle from data preparation to model deployment and monitoring. I have the raw data. That is actually one of the main concerns that I should be worried about. I have to collect the raw data. Then the rest of the headache is on Amazon SageMaker. It will help me to organize, to build, to train that raw data and deploy it into a machine learning model and monitor it. So from from end to end machine learning workflow means that from the raw data to a fully functional machine learning model, everything is handled automatically by Amazon SageMaker. And the other feature, number third, is scalability. Uh, just like we know that scalability is everywhere, whether it is about Amazon EC2 or EKS or ECS. Amazon infrastructure is highly scalable and elastic. So here we get scalable features as well, automatically scales compute resources up or down according to our needs. Okay, if we need more resources are provisioned right away. And if I don't need any compute resources, so those resources are scaled down and terminated. Also, Amazon SageMaker AI is integrated with other AWS services. From integration with AWS ecosystem, I mean to say that Amazon SageMaker can be used with other popular AWS services like EC2, IAM, S3. Okay, so these are actually the major key features of Amazon SageMaker AI. Now, what is SageMaker AI workflow? And what are the processes of AI workflow in SageMaker? That's how we can also call it. So these are actually the six major steps from raw data to actually a fully functional model. And how the AI workflow works in SageMaker. First of all, we have to label the raw data. We have the raw data and we will properly label it. After labeling it, just like we used to label our infrastructure in a data center. For instance, this rack is labeled as network rack. This rack is labeled as storage rack. This rack is labeled as database racks. So servers are also labeled. So that's how we can also label the data, what that data is used for. So we will label it accordingly. And after that, that raw data is built on SageMaker platform, on SageMaker AI Studio. We are going to clean up our data. We are going to exclude the stuff that we don't need, and we are going to organize the raw data, okay, so that we can work on it, so that we can train it more. Label data, build data, and then training of that data starts. Okay, and AI engineers and ML engineers write programs and algorithms to train the raw data. Okay, we are going to build the intelligent and wise model. And once the training is completed, that data, that model is actually tuned, more optimized. Okay, just like I would like to share the example of Chat GPT. The 4 model 4o mini is less optimized, I can say, and 5o mini is more optimized, and the models that are not available for free, those are actually more optimized and more fine tuned. That's how tuning works in machine learning models. So we tune the models, we optimize them for more performance. Okay, optimizing the model to enhance performance, and then we deploy our model on machine learning infrastructure using SageMaker, and then we evaluate the model with live endpoint. We get a URL, we get a full quality domain name where we can test out, where we can find that whether our model is fully tuned, fully trained, and it works as per our expectation. So these are actually the 6 steps in AI workflow. An important question from the interview perspective: label data, build data, train data, tune data, deploy, and discover. Okay, so after at the end we get a fully functional, knowledgeable, wise, and intelligent machine learning model, and it starts from raw data to a fully trained model. That's how AI workflow works. And now SageMaker architecture components. That is actually my favorite slide. What are the components? What are the types of hardware that are used to support SageMaker ML models? We have SageMaker EC2 instances. SageMaker uses EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud instances, virtual machines for training and hosting. For storage, we have Amazon S3, and for Docker containers, we have Elastic Container Registry, where we can store our Docker images, where we can store our Docker artifacts. And guys, in the last previous 2 slides, I have told you that SageMaker AI is fully integrated with Amazon ecosystem, and that is here we can get to know that Amazon SageMaker works on Amazon EC2. For storage, it uses S3, and for Docker artifacts, it uses Elastic Container Registry. And how training works in SageMaker? Now we should learn how a model is trained in SageMaker. After a training job is initiated, we first initiate a training job. And after it is initiated, SageMaker provisions compute instances on EC2. Okay, it pulls the training container from ECR, and a Docker container, Docker image is pulled from ECR and is deployed on EC2 virtual machines. Raw data is downloaded from S3 bucket. Now, it means that SageMaker is depending on other AWS services like EC2, S3, and ECR. So we have actually the raw data stored in Amazon storage, okay, in S3 buckets. Then the model training gets started on SageMaker. The trained model artifacts are stored back to S3. After the training is completed, the artifacts or the models in the form of binary, okay, are stored back in S3. So That is actually the most simplest concepts that I have written myself so that you can understand how training works in SageMaker. We have raw data in simple storage bucket in S3. When we initiate a request, SageMaker actually provisions EC2 instances. Why these EC2 instances are provisioned? Because these compute instances are used to run Docker containers, and we have our data trained with the help of Docker containers, and then after the training is completed, the artifacts or the binaries or the models are stored back to S3. So these are actually a number of services that are used in SageMaker, and this is actually the simplest description of how training works in SageMaker. And now the question in your mind that where it is all happening, okay? It is happening on SageMaker AI Studio, which is actually the key platform to build machine learning models on Amazon Web Services. SageMaker AI Studio is a fully managed IDE, okay? Just like we have Visual Studio for integrated development environment for machine learning. It is world's leading MLOps machine learning operations tools. Yeah, there is no doubt about that. SageMaker AI is the world's leading fully managed cloud-based machine learning service, and it is the best service for ML ops or AI ops, machine learning operations or AI operations. We can manage, automate, and scale machine learning workflows in SageMaker AI Studio, and that's how it looks. This is how SageMaker AI Studio looks, and here we train our machine learning models. And also, it is also known as Amazon SageMaker Unified Studio, and every step of AI and ML development lifecycle from raw data, from data preparation to building, training, and deploying, managing machine learning models, it is all performed on SageMaker AI Studio. Okay, so SageMaker AI Studio is actually the key tool that is used to train, build, tune, deploy, and discover machine learning models. And also, this is the best and simplest definition of SageMaker AI Studio, as it is one-stop shop. Just like we have cash and carries, and where we get everything, uh, groceries relevant to our home stuff. So if we are talking about AI and ML stuff, SageMaker AI Studio is actually one-stop shop for our machine learning and AI operations needs. So it provides everything to develop, to deploy, to train and tune our machine learning models. It is actually one-stop shop. So that was actually the quickest introduction of SageMaker AI, and I hope that you learn a lot about SageMaker AI. SageMaker is used to build wise, intelligent, and knowledgeable machine learning models. It is actually a fully managed AWS ML service, and we don't have to worry about the underlying infrastructure. It also offers hundreds of pre-trained models like Amazon Titan, Claude Sonnet, GPT-4o Mini, or the models that are offered by other platforms. So I will see you in the next chapter of Amazon Q, and we are going to complete this course as soon as possible now. Once again, I apologize for the delay in uploading the video. Make sure that you subscribe to DevOps Molvi. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, this is the chapter number 5 of our AWS AI Practitioner course. And today we are going to discuss about Amazon Q. I hope that if you have logged into Amazon console, you might have seen it. You might have encountered Amazon Q. So what is Amazon Q? Let's discuss is in this chapter. And before we get started, make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi because I really need your support. So there is a logic behind every AWS service. Like I told you in the previous chapter, there's a logic behind Amazon SageMaker, which is used to build intelligent and wise machine learning model. There is a logic behind Amazon Bedrock. Okay, so there is a little logic behind Amazon Q. There is a secret behind the name of every Amazon AI ML service. Now, what is the secret behind Amazon Q? As Bedrock is a strong foundation with rocks being solid and resistant, Amazon Bedrock is a strong foundation for AI apps. Why Bedrock is known as Amazon Bedrock? Because we know that Bedrock is actually a strong foundation with rocks. So Amazon Bedrock is a strong foundation for your AI ads. So here in Amazon Q, Q is actually question. Q stands for question or query. So if you have any question or query regarding your AWS account or the services that you are using on AWS, Amazon Q is here to help. So that is actually the logic behind Amazon Q. Q stands for question or query. It is obvious that whenever we are using a certain platform, we have questions and we get queries. So Amazon Q is here to answer all your questions and queries. So what is Amazon Q? Now we know that Amazon Q stands for Amazon question or query. Amazon Q is a Gen AI powered assistant developed by AWS. It is actually Gen AI power. It does not only answers your questions or queries, it will generate code for you. It will generate reports for you. Okay, we are going to explore more. And Amazon Q utilizes Gen AI to provide intelligent assistance across different work domains. Amazon Q Developer is built on Amazon Bedrock, which provides access to foundation models. So there would be different domains. We are going to discuss it in the next slides. So first of all, we must know that Amazon Q is actually AI powered assistant, and it helps us to generate, to provide uh, information about our AWS account, about our AWS resources. And not only that, it is actually divided into more subdomains. Okay. Now, what are those subdomains? We will discuss each one by one. So that is actually a real example. I have attached the screenshot. I just asked Amazon Q that how many EC2 instances I am running on my AWS account. So it took a little bit time, and it told me that, man, you are running 5 instances in these regions. So it not only calculates the number of total instances, it also tells us that in which region my EC2 instances are running. So that's how I can use Amazon Q to find the information about services, to find the information about quotas, my monthly cost expenses, and the number of EC2 instances, storage buckets, and everything about my AWS account. So that's how I can use Amazon Q to get questions that I have relevant to my Amazon account. So this is actually the logo. Can you see it? This is actually the logo of Amazon Q, and there is actually a limit in free tier. What is that limit? Let's discuss in this slide. And Amazon Q is not limited to one area only. It can assist developers, business analysts, customer service representatives, CSRs, and many others. So if I am a DevOps engineer, it does not mean that Amazon Q is only limited for DevOps engineers or AWS engineers or cloud engineers. Business persons can also use Amazon Q. Business analysts, supply chain experts, developers can also use Amazon Q, and it uses Amazon Titan. I hope that you know about Amazon Titan, which is an LLM, large language model of AWS, Amazon Titan. And not only that, it also supports other language models like Cohere and Anthropic. We can enjoy up to 50 agentic chat interaction. Like that was an agentic chat interaction with Amazon Q, where I asked about the number of EC2 instances. So I can enjoy up to 50 chats like that. Okay. So also I can use Amazon Q developer to generate up to 1000 lines of code in the free tier. So that is actually the pre-tier quota offered by Amazon Q. I can have 50 agentic chats, and also I can get developed 1000 up to 1000 lines of code in the free tier. So what are other features that we must know about Amazon Q? And those features are offered by Amazon Query or Amazon Question. We can also, first of all, it is actually a Gen AI based. Okay, I told you in the first slide, it is Gen AI based. So definitely we are going to enjoy other services as well. We can enjoy generating code up to 1000 lines of code in free tier. We can get the answers to our questions. We can summarize the data. We can create content. We can solve the problems. We can create dashboard, and we can manage our AWS infrastructure. We can manage every resource on AWS with the help of Amazon Q. So, for instance, if I get overbuilt in any month, I can use Amazon Q to track down where I got the most cost according to my AWS infrastructure. So, these are actually the features. That is why it is a powerful Gen AI based assistant, and we can enjoy all of these features for free using the free tier limits. Now, there are actually Amazon Q editions. Okay. Now, I told you that it is not limited to one area only. It is not limited for DevOps engineers. It is not limited for cloud engineers or site reliability engineers or AWS engineers. We can use other editions of Amazon Q. Business analysts can use Amazon Q. Supply chain engineers can use Amazon Q. And these are actually the editions: Amazon Q developer, business, Amazon Q in QuickSight in Connect, and Amazon Q in AWS supply chain. So don't worry, we are going to have a quick look on each edition. These are actually the 5 editions that are offered by Amazon Q. Now, here is actually a low quality diagram. My apologies for that. These are all the editions that are offered in Amazon Q. I have Amazon Q Business Developer, and I have Amazon Q in QuickSight, and Amazon Business, Amazon Q in AWS Supply Chain. So whatever service you are using in AWS, you can use that specific Amazon Q edition. For instance, if your niche is, or if your product is relevant to supply chain and you are going to use it in on AWS, then definitely you must use Amazon Q in supply chain. Now, let's have a look on each Amazon Q edition. First is Amazon Q Developer. As the name says, it is for developers who want to get their code generated using Amazon Q. Amazon Q Developer is our own AI software developer. It is your intern. It is your junior developer, AI developer, to write the software code for you on Amazon AWS. We can generate new code. We can scan the code for security vulnerabilities, and we can also make code upgrades and improvements. We can write the code with Amazon Q Developer. We can scan our code for any potential vulnerabilities, and we can also make the code upgrades, and we can also improve the code with the help of Amazon Q Developer. We can also chat with Amazon Q Developer about our current code and other code complexities. We can get the ideas, we can get the feedback or suggestions about our current code with Amazon Q Developer. Okay, so it is for developers. Like you can see in this example, this is my code. Okay, this is the code, and I am using Amazon Q to generate the tests for this specific code snippet. And also, guys, you can see here, hi, I'm Amazon Q. I can answer your software development questions. So Amazon Q Developer is specific for answering our development queries or development questions. Ask me to explain, debug, or optimize your code. Just like we use ChatGPT, just like we use Claude, so we can use Amazon Q Developer, and Amazon Q Developer uses generative AI. See here, you may need to verify responses. And now here, I am going to generate the test. I can ask Amazon Q Developer to explain this code, to refactor, to fix, to optimize the code. So these are actually the real uses of Amazon Q Developer. Now, Amazon Q Business for business guys. Amazon Q Business is the business-oriented edition of Amazon Q. If you have business-related questions, you have business-related queries that you want to get answered, you can use Amazon Q Business. So these are actually the editions, different 5 editions. And it is designed to help employees work faster and smarter by using Gen AI to search, summarize, analyze, and automate tasks on the basis of an organization's enterprise data. So we can use Amazon GenAI Services with the help of Amazon Q Businesses to search, to summarize, to analyze the data from business perspective, and also we can automate the business tasks using Amazon Q Business. So it is actually, in short, a business oriented edition of Amazon Q. Amazon Q in QuickSight, which is a cloud scale business intelligence service, BI service, okay? And it is used to deliver easy to understand insights in a single dashboard. We can share the insights and reports with our team. So Amazon Q Developer, Amazon Q Business, and now Amazon Q in QuickSight for BI specific BI developers must be using Amazon Q in QuickSight. We can also use Amazon QuickSight to connect with our data in the cloud and combines data from many different resources from different sources. So we can combine the data coming from different sources for our business, and then we can use that data to get intelligent reports on a single dashboard. So it is actually a BI service, business intelligence service, known as Amazon Q in QuickSight. For instance, now this is actually the screenshot of a SaaS product, and I'm going to check for the SaaS software as a service SaaS. And this is the product name. And for that specific product, I got the whole information with the help of dashboard and the total quantity of the items that were sold. And also you can see I have the information about the lowest daily sales and the highest daily sales. So that's how I can use Amazon Q in QuickSight for my products, to know, to learn about the products, to learn about the sales and other stuff. So this is actually the AI based, Gen AI based Amazon Q in QuickSight service. And after that, we have Amazon Q in Connect. This is actually relevant for call centers, for chat support representatives, customer service representatives, CSRs. Have you ever worked in a call center before? I worked a little bit in as a chat support guy or worked as a frontline support engineer. Yes, I did. Amazon Q in Connect is an AI version of contact center, especially designed for contact center agents. For instance, you are using any service and you have the questions that you would like to get their answers, or you are facing any issues, so you contact the chat support, and the chat support guys come online and they try to fix your issues in the runtime. So that is actually the same thing as known as Amazon Q in Connect, and it actually works faster. It has the accurate uh, the results are accurate, it improves accuracy and deliver better customer experiences in real time. And with a heavy heart, I'm feeling sad to tell you that AI has actually whitewashed the CSR jobs. AI has whitewashed and the customer agents jobs, because now we have the AI based CSR agents that can answer our queries, and they are actually designed for contact center agents. So these are all AI agents, and they help to fix our issues. They help to deliver better customer experiences in real time. Now you can see there here, this is actually a client, Anna Smith, and it is connected with a chat support agent, Maria. And Anna has the question that I would like to know how I can use pay as you go for billing. Now, Maria is using Amazon Q, and it just asked Amazon Q to tell me more about pay as you go, and Amazon Q has told the whole information about Amazon pay as you go model. Now, simply uh, Maria will copy this chat and it will share with Anna that this is your answer to your question about Amazon Pay as you go. And now this is AI based customer agent, and it is here to answer our queries, to answer our questions. So this is known as Amazon Q in Connect. And the last one is Amazon Q in AWS Supply Chain, and it is specific for supply chain queries and questions, and it is the supply chain focused version of Amazon Q. It helps logistics, procurement and operations teams to quickly get insights, troubleshoot issues and make better decisions. It also analyzes the supply chain data, finds the potential issues and recommends actions accordingly. So these are actually the 5 editions of Amazon Q, but most of the times we are going to use Amazon Q, which is the general one. But if you are a BI developer, if you are a software developer, you can use the Amazon Q editions as per your needs, and there are free tier limits. Definitely, you can enjoy the AWS free tier limits on your AWS account. So that's it, guide for today's Amazon Q's lecture. I hope that you have a better understanding of Amazon Q. I will see you in the next chapter of Amazon Poly in our AWS AI Practitioner course. Make sure that you subscribe DevOps Molvi. Have a good one. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. This is chapter number 6 of our AWS AI Practitioner course, and it is one of the most easiest service in AWS AI Services stack. It is known as Amazon Poly, and let's try it out and see how this service works. And we are going to know more about Amazon Poly in this chapter today. And first of all, what is Amazon Poly? Amazon Poly is a text to speech service provided by AWS. It means that you write text and it converts into speech, audible form, okay? And it also converts written text into natural sounding human speech using advanced deep learning models. We are going to try it out, okay? We are going to try different texts in different languages. You just write text and it converts into male and female voices, okay? And it converts into an audio stream, any text input, okay? It converts any text input into an audio stream. So you write text here and Amazon Poly will convert into speech. That's how simple this service is. Write text and Amazon Poly will convert into a speech and audio stream, and you can simply download it and use it in your application. So this is the simplest form of Amazon Poly. Amazon Poly offers 100 plus male and female voices in 40 plus different languages. Okay. The languages can be Arabic, English British, English Australian, German, French, Hindi. So there are 40 plus languages supported by Amazon Poly, and there are 100 plus male or female voices in Amazon Poly. And is Amazon Polytext to speech free? Yes, it is free. But Amazon Poly offers text to speech AI services for 1 year. Okay, after you sign up to a minimum usage threshold. And once this period is over, then you have to pay. But still, it is one of the cheapest services on AWS. But as a student or as a learner, I can try it out for free without spending a dime. And this is how it looks like. It is, by the way, an old console. You write text here and you can listen to what you have written, and you can also download it in the MP3 format. We are going to try it out just now. So I have opened the console here, and you can write Amazon Poly here. Okay. And you just open the service and it will look like that. It is a machine learning service, turn text into lifelike speech using deep learning. So let's try Poly. Okay, I will write here, hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services. Okay, so this is my text, and now I will convert into different speeches. But first of all, I can listen to it, what I have written. Listen. I will.
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
Can you hear it? Okay, now you can see there are multiple different languages. Okay, and I can try Arabic Gulf. So some of these are disabled according to the region here, and I can change the region. So for now, if I want to try English Indian, okay, and Kajal, okay, female, and it will be a female voice, Kajal, Aditi female, Ravina female. So different voices, 40 plus, 100 plus voices and 40 plus languages are supported in Amazon Poly. Let's listen to it.
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
Let's listen it again.
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
Okay, now if I want to go with long form, and if I want to change, yes, it is only English US and root and female, or no, I will go with male now, and let's listen to it.
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
And if I want to neural,
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
if I want to go with standard uh, selected engine, so I will Kimberly female for standard.
Hi, this is DevOps Molvi here, and we are learning about AWS AI and ML services.
Okay, so that's how we can convert our text to speech, and similarly we can save it to S3 bucket, and also I can download it on my virtual machine with a single click. Okay, so you can see the file has been downloaded. So this is one of the most easiest and simplest AWS machine learning services with which we can convert our text to speech. So if I go back to the slideshow, I hope that you have liked this demo and you can try it out if you have an AWS account. So these are the key features of Amazon Poly. It converts any text input into an audio stream. You have watched the demo. I have just written the text and it has converted into different voices. Okay, and we can easily download the mp3 file or store it in our S3 bucket. It offers a selection of natural sounding voices to choose from, different voices, male and female, with different accent. Developers can send text to the Poly API and receive an audio stream. Poly is very cheap compared to hiring voice artists. If I want to, for my application, if I want to hire voice artists, instead I must use Poly to convert my text into speech. And it can be integrated with other AWS services, like we can store our files, media files in S3. We can also distribute our audio streams globally using CloudFront, and we can also publish messages with the help of simple notification services. So it means that Amazon Poly can be integrated with other AWS services. And now, what should be the real world example of using Amazon Poly? It is best for YouTube automation channels. Guys, since we know that AI is on the boom, so we can use AI services for our YouTube automation channels for faceless videos. Okay, AI based faceless videos, and we can use AWS Poly for motivational speeches, technology updates, children's stories, or Islamic reminders. And we can use all these voices for our YouTube automation channel. Since I work on YouTube, so I can relate to it. I can relate the importance of Amazon Poly, so it can be used. This is one of the best use cases of using Amazon Poly, and we can use it for YouTube automation channels. And I have given a couple of top examples for that. So that's it, guys, today for this short and sweet lecture. I will see you in the next one, which is Amazon Rekognition. We will also learn about this service and have a quick demo. And you saw that there is nothing difficult to try Amazon Poly. You must give it a try. You can see that Amazon Poly can be integrated with other AWS services. We can download the audio streams. We can use those audio streams in our videos, in our lectures, okay, in our stories, okay. And that's it for today. I will see you in our next chapter, chapter number 7. We are going to wind up it as soon as possible so that we can start our AWS Solutions Architect course. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, this is our chapter number 7 of our AWS AI Practitioner course, and it is also one of the easiest and one of the most popular AI services in AWS AI Services stack, and it is known as Amazon Rekognition. As the name says, recognition means to recognize something. So this service actually recognizes images and videos and shares the data with the users. So let's proceed ahead and make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi, my channel. I really appreciate your support. And also, this would be a short and sweet lecture, just like we had Amazon Poly. So what is Amazon Rekognition? It is an AI service that helps businesses analyze images and videos easily. Okay. For instance, let me give you a really basic example. I have one image and some text is written on it. So I will share that image with AWS Rekognition to show me, to let me know what text is written on this image. So that's how Amazon Rekognition analyzes images. It not only gives us the details of a certain image or videos, it also shares the text written on any image, the people in any video, whether they are male or female, whether an image is smiling, it is sad. Also, it gives other data about any image. So we will go through a quick lab as well. Amazon Rekognition is a cloud-based service from AWS which uses deep learning to analyze images and videos. Now, there is a term which is known as deep learning, and I have never discussed it before. We know machine learning, we know artificial intelligence, but what is deep learning? It is also a subset of AI or ML. Okay, it is also considered as a subset of, or we can say that it is a part of machine learning. And from deep learning, we mean that it is a type of machine learning which teaches computer to perform tasks by learning from examples, much like we humans do. Okay, now I have given the example that how I can train a computer, how I can train a machine to learn about how cats look. So it's obvious that I will share the images of cats with that machine, and that machine will be trained. Oh, the cat looks like that. So of course I have to share thousands of images of cats with my machine, with my computer, to train it to know. After that, when this model is trained, it will easily recognize that this image belongs to a cat, this image belongs to a dog, this image belongs to an elephant. So might like we train our kids like in school that how an aeroplane looks like. So definitely I am going to give the example of an image of an aeroplane to the kids, to the children, so that they can recognize, they know that that's how an aeroplane looks. And similarly is the case with the computers. We train computers, we teach them how a certain thing looks like, how an animal, how a cat, how an aeroplane looks like. So definitely we are going to teach them with thousands of pictures of any animal or any object. So this is known as deep learning. With the help of deep learning, a computer is taught about any certain object. And it is also a part of machine learning. It is a subset of machine learning. So now, first of all, Amazon Rekognition image, and then there would be Amazon Rekognition video. Amazon Rekognition image is a deep learning powered image recognition service which detects objects, scenes, and faces in an image. If and also it extracts text, recognizes celebrities, and identifies inappropriate content in images. For instance, some there are hundreds or billions of images that we don't want to tell us our kids, our children. So that's why we can use Amazon Rekognition in our application. For instance, if that application belongs to the kids, so definitely we are going to use this service so that it can identify any image that is not good, that is inappropriate for kids. So that's how AWS Rekognition is used. It not only identifies image, it not only analyzes the images, it also extracts the information from any image. Like we can extract the text written on any image. Just like this example, you can see here Amazon Rekognition is extracting text from an image. Now this is written as school bus, okay? This is this would be park row. This is buses only there, okay? And this is Broadway bus lanes. So that's how we can take help from Amazon Rekognition image to extract text. Now this is one of the core examples of this service. Similarly, we can use we can get other information like the color combination, the background, so on. And this is one of the real use cases of Amazon Rekognition. It is used by Amazon Photos. Let me tell you that Amazon Photos is one of the largest photo storage in the world. Amazon Photos, and we can use Amazon Photos to store our memories, okay, college memories, wedding memories in using Amazon Photos. So Amazon Photos is behind the scenes. It uses Amazon Rekognition before storing any inappropriate images, any adult content, any violent content that is being stored in Amazon Photos. So that's how Amazon Photos actually analyzes billions of images. Okay. Now, if I go back to the slideshow, Amazon Photos is a cloud-based photo storage service of Amazon, which is used to store photos and videos. Billions of images are analyzed for Amazon Photos. Now, it is also a service of Amazon. So, Amazon Photos actually uses Amazon AI service, which is Amazon Rekognition, for face search, facial analysis, and face comparison. Okay. So this is one of the real examples of Amazon Rekognition. It is being used by Amazon Photos. And similarly, in Amazon Rekognition videos, it detects objects, scenes, locations, landmarks, celebrities, text, activities, just like from image. It gets that information from a video. That's why it is known as Amazon Rekognition video. And any inappropriate content from the videos that you don't want to show your users, any violent content, any adult content that should not be shown to the users. It detects the videos and it may blur that content, it may exclude that content from the video. Video analysis are stored in Amazon S3 buckets. It also helps us understand the movement of people in the videos. Okay, so we can use this service to understand how objects are moving in a certain video. And here we can learn about Amazon Rekognition pricing. But first, let me log into the console. Let's analyze or check out this service. And after I log in, this was the recently visited service. So you can search here as Amazon Rekognition. So for if you want to try this service, you can try the demo. For instance, this is an image that is shown by default by Amazon Web Services. And now this image. So how Amazon Rekognition works? Now it is telling me all the properties of that image. Okay. Now this is, you can see the results of this image, the dominant colors, the image quality, and also the foreground properties. All the properties of that image are shown below. So Amazon Rekognition is recognizing that image. Similarly, if this image, okay, now everything about that image is also shown here under reserves. The dominant color is this, and also this black. So image is bright. Everything about that image is shown here. Now, for instance, if I want to get the properties of my image, okay, let me upload one of the images that I have. Yeah, I have this one. I think this is my image. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, this is my image, and I want to learn the properties of that image. So, image quality, you can see the result of that image is shown here. But for instance, if I go to image moderation, okay, now what are the analysis? What is the data that is extracted from my this DB? Telling me that it looks like a face. Okay, now my image is being analyzed and appears to be a male. I am male, and the age range is 31 to 39 years old. By the way, I don't I don't disclose my age, but I usually tell my friends that I'm a little bit older than 20 years. I'm 20 plus. That's how I tell my friends that this is my age. So I would say that this is not wrong, but this is the age range. Okay. And I'm serious in this image. So I'm not smiling, and I'm also appears to be calm. Yes, I'm silent, and I'm not wearing any glasses. So this is mind blowing, man, how detailed information we can get from a single image. Okay, so that's how uh, all the information about certain image can be extracted. Okay, so that was the basic example. So similarly, if I want to get more properties about the image, then I can definitely use different options here. And similarly, okay, now for instance, text in image. Now it's Monday but keep smiling. Now you can see the text is extracted here. Let me try my image. Mm, okay, DevOps. And the text written on that image is DevOps for developers. Okay. And also CSS, C++. All right. And now you can see C++ written DevOps CSS for developers. So that's how an image text is extracted with the help of Amazon Rekognition. So I would strongly recommend that you must give it a try. It is free. In the free tier, you can use it. And similarly, I can go with celebrity recognition. For instance, any celebrity you want to recognize, who is that celebrity, then you can use celebrity recognition. So also for videos, there are short video, stored video analysis.
You better start working on changing your business models. Absolutely. So 70/30, one thing that within AWS, we've always seen is that we flip the 70/30 around.
All right, now in the video analysis, celebrities, there are two celebrities in this video. He is the CEO of CTO of Amazon, and of course the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. So also other properties, adult, male, man, person, and all the results are shared here. Okay, now there are two celebrities, the celebrity information. Okay, and also objects and activities in the whole video. Every detail about that video is given here. So definitely we must try Amazon Rekognition for image and videos. So uh, if I want to go back, I want to see the image recognition pricing, and then after that I will end up the slide. Guys, by the way, we are just 3 chapters away completing our AWS AI Practitioner course. And in Amazon Rekognition, the pricing details are mentioned. I will share that link in the description so you can go about the details of the prices. And this is really cheap service. honestly saying, just like Poly, it is also one of the most cheapest services that we can use for analyzing the images and videos using Amazon Rekognition. So that's it, guys, for today's lecture. I hope that you like this sweet and short demo of Amazon Rekognition. I would strongly recommend that you must use the free tier and play with these services just like we played with Amazon Poly and Amazon Rekognition. I will see you in our third last chapter of Amazon Lex. Uh, Make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, this is our chapter number 8 of our AWS AI Practitioner course, and we are just going to complete this course as soon as possible. So let's get started and see what is Amazon Lex and what it's used for. Make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. So first of all, let's have a quick rewind. Amazon Alexa. You definitely have heard about Amazon Alexa. Was launched with the first Amazon Echo Smart Speaker on November 6, 2014 in the United States. And that's how it looked like. Okay. Now this is Amazon Alexa. You can see it is a speaker with Amazon logo, and it was launched about a decade ago. Initially, it was available by invitation only, and it revolutionized voice interaction for music, smart home control, and daily tasks. How? For instance, if I had Alexa and I asked Alexa, please turn on the AC. Alexa, please turn on the music and this song. Okay, please Alexa, turn on the oven. Okay, now that was how Amazon Alexa was used to control and to help in our daily home stuff and for smart homes, Internet of Things. So going back, Amazon Alexa was introduced in 2014, and that's how it looked like. So the point is Amazon Alexa was used to control our home appliances. Okay. Now, if I want to control my web application with chatbots, what kind of option do I have? So here comes Amazon Lex. Okay. So Amazon Lex is actually the AI chat builder. That is actually the simplest definition or the simplest explanation of Amazon Lex. Okay. It is the AI chat builder. Amazon Lex allows users to interact with any application using natural language, voice, or chat. Okay, just like we use Amazon Alexa, turn on the AC. Now I am speaking, I am using my own voice. I am interacting with Amazon Alexa, and Amazon Alexa actually understands me and it will turn on the AC, it will turn on the computer, it will turn on the LCD, etc. So that's how we can use Amazon Lex to build AI chatbots, AI chat agents. They will understand my voice and they will perform certain tasks according to my commands, okay, according to my orders. Okay, so with the help of Amazon Lex, we can build our own Gen AI bot in few minutes. So first of all, we can select a template. For instance, if I want to create a bot, I can select a template that is suitable for my application, for my business, create a bot and configure intents to define sample addresses and slot values. So what is intent, what is utterance, what is slot? We are going to discuss each one by one, and then I can test my Gen AI bot that was built with the help of Amazon Lex, and I can deploy it on AWS Cloud. So that's how simple is to create our own Gen AI pod, and we can use Amazon Lex for that. So what are the core components of Amazon Lex? We have around 5 core components of Amazon Lex. The first one is obviously bot that we are going to build or create. The second one is intent, slot, prompt, utterance. Now, let's have a quick look on each component of Amazon Lex. And now this is obvious that you have watched so many bots, you have interacted with so many bots nowadays, okay? Every application has its own bot. Now, this bot is Slack bot, okay? Slack, which is a communication platform. So, what is a bot? The primary entity that performs automated tasks using a conversational interface, and this is known as a bot. A bot performs all the tasks that are assigned to him. Okay, now this is a Slack bot. And after that, intent. I'm a user. What do I want to do? This is known as an intent. For instance, if I'm going to Karachi, so I definitely need to book a flight. I can ask the bot, book a flight, order a pizza, turn on the AC, turn off the computer. So these are all intents. These are all orders that a user is giving to a bot. Okay. I want to get a cold drink. So these are all intents. Now, what is a slot? A parameter or piece of data required to fulfill the intent. Now, if I want to book a flight, definitely it will ask for which city. So that is now a slot. Book a flight. Now the slot is departure city, for instance, Karachi, Lahore. Order a pizza. The slot is what kind of pizza size? Is it small, medium, large? I want to get a cold drink flavor. Okay. What kind of flavor you are looking for? So these are slots. So first is bot, which will perform the automated tasks. Now, the bot needs more information like intent. What is the user's intent? I want to have a flight booked. I want to order a pizza. After that, what are the slots? If I want to book a flight, what is the departure city? If I want to order a pizza, what is the size of the pizza? If I want to have a cold drink, what is the flavor of that cold drink? So this is known as slot. So first is bot, intent, and slot. Now the fourth one is utterance. So we often use these phrases in our daily lives, right? Like, for instance, what is the weather like? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it raining? What's the price of the medium pizza? Now, all of these are utterances. So I'm going to ask my bot, what's the weather like? And the bot will answer, it is raining. It is a sunny day. It is raining. Okay. What's the price of the medium pizza? It is 1,000 rupees or $99 or $20. So this is known as an utterance. And prompts. So you must have interacted with ChatGPT and you write something. This is known as a prompt. Like, I have given the examples of few prompts that ChatGPT is suggesting to me. What is an interesting fact about space? Now, this is a prompt. Or write me a lecture on Amazon Lex. This is a prompt. So, these are all the core components of Amazon Lex: bot, intent, slot, utterance, and prompt. These are the 5 core components of Amazon Lex. After that, what are the benefits of Amazon Lex? We can create voice and text interfaces powered by GenAI. We can use the power of GenAI to allow users to complete tasks through voice and natural language interactions. So these are 2 major benefits of Amazon Lex. And also, guys, one more thing that you must remember: Amazon Alexa. Alexa also uses Amazon Lex. And discussing more benefits of Amazon Lex, the developers can build an AI chatbot using natural language prompts. I can build my own chatbot with the help of natural language prompts. We can deploy text and voice AI chatbots across mobile devices and chat services like Facebook Messenger, Slack, mistake and trivial SMS. And we have to pay only for what we use with no upfront commitments or minimum fees. So these are the key benefits of Amazon Lex. The core purpose of Amazon Lex is to create AI chatbots or AI chat agents, and we can integrate those chatbots or AI chat agents in our applications and also with chat services like Facebook Messenger and Slack. It was a short lecture. I just wanted to introduce you to the AI chatbot service known as Amazon Lex. So I will see you in our chapter number 9, which is Amazon Translate. Make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, this is our second last chapter of AWS AI Practitioner course, and it is about a very simple service known as Amazon Translate. If you have used Google Translate, then you must have an idea how the Translate service works. We write sentences in the Google Translate English box and we can translate it into any language. Like, for instance, if I am from Pakistan, then I will translate it into Urdu or Hindi. So similarly, Amazon Translate is also a language translation service. So let's get started and make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. So what is Amazon Translate? Amazon Translate is a text translation service. You write text, Amazon Translate will translate into the language you want to be translated into. Okay, sorry, it has become a little complex sentence. So it will translate actually uh, into your target language. It is a neural machine translation service that delivers fast, high quality, affordable, and customizable language translation. Now, what is neural machine translation service? Neural is taken from neurons. Neurons are in our brains. So our brain is so intelligent that it can, create full sentences. So similarly, this service is so intelligent that it can translate full sentences. It also converts text from one language to another in real time, and also you write the source language and select the target language to get the text translated into. We are going to do that drill. Amazon Translate uses deep learning techniques to produce more accurate and fluent translation. Let's try it out here. I'm already logged into my console. Now this is Amazon Translate. So we can use Amazon Translate to translate the language, launch real-time translation. So let's try it out. And similarly here you can see we have the source language and we have the target language. The source language, if I write it into English, then it will auto detect the source language. My name is Faisal Rahman. Okay. So it is translated into target language, but I am going to change it into Urdu here. Now, मेरा नाम फैसल रहमान है. It is translated into Urdu. And similarly, if I want to translate into Tamil, then this is the Tamil translation, and in Hindi, so this would be in Hindi. So that's how we can use this translation service. This is a real simple demo, just like we use translate.google.com. Okay. But if I want to translate documents, large documents, then this service is amazing. For instance, if I download this whole slide and if I want to download it into a plain text.txt format, now you can see I have downloaded it and I will choose this file from here and I will select the source language. Now I am going to translate the whole document in one go and I will select Urdu as the target language. And after that, the document type that I want to get should be in plain text. Translate and download. Okay, the whole document, it has been translated and it has been downloaded here. Now if I open it, and now you can see the whole document has been translated. Amazon tarjuma kya hai? Like, what is Amazon translation? Amazon translation एक मतन तर्जुमा सर्विस है. So it is perfect. एक ये एक एसाबी मशीन तर्जुमा सर्विस है. Now asab, it means neural. So that's how we can translate the batches as well. Not only that, in batch translation, we can also use S3 buckets. For instance, if I have my source documents in one bucket, then I can use Amazon Translate to translate all the documents in a specific bucket. And after translation, I can copy the translated document into a new bucket. Like here, if I create a job, now you can see here, this would be my source language, auto, and I can select the target language. This is the same thing that we can do just like we did in, oh, it has Pashto as well. It is also spoken in my region, KPK. So I will select Urdu. Okay. Now here I can select the source bucket and the target bucket. So it means that first of all, I have to create a source bucket, and then I have to upload the documents that I want to get translated into. So my source bucket will have all the documents in English, and then after translation is done, the translated documents would be copied into my target bucket here. This would be my output data, and this would be my target bucket. So after that, this job will run, and the large batches of documents would be translated and copied into the target bucket. So that's how Amazon Translate works. So that was a quick demo. So what are the features of Amazon Translate? It supports over 75 plus languages. You saw that there were a number of languages that we can translate into, and it delivers high quality real-time translation. You just saw in the demo, I have translated a demo that was real quick. The whole document was translated into Urdu, and it scales automatically as translation needs grows. Every AI ML service or every AWS service has this feature to scale automatically, to scale up or scale down. So similarly, if there would be large documents, then this service would automatically scale up. And it can translate large text document, which is known as batch translation, and it has S3 based input output. It means that S3 storage based. We will have input, we will have output bucket. So input will have the source document, the output bucket would have the translated documents. Now, what kind of file formats are supported in Amazon Translate? That should be a question in your mind. And luckily, there are a number of formats that are supported in Amazon Translate using batch translation, like plain text. I just gave you the demo of this. Plain text, HTML, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and XLib. So all of these are supported format. The file format for each output file matches the input file format. For instance, if I am uploading in text, then definitely I have to download into a text. If I am uploading the source file in docs, okay, in Word, then definitely the output file would be in Word. So similar is the case with Excel and PowerPoint. So now you must be thinking about the free tier limit of Amazon Translate. And let me share a fact with you. Free tier is limited to 1 year only after the first translation. Now I have used Amazon Translate. After a year, my free tier will end. Okay. And after that, I would have to pay. Now, what are the pricings of Amazon Translate? I will let you know in the next slide. Also, these are some of the most common uses of Amazon Translate. It is used for multilingual SaaS platforms, chatbots, and contact centers, e-commerce, product translation, news, and content platform. Most of the times, for instance, if I give you a real example, if you visit a website that is created into German, then the website is automatically translated into your own language or in English. So that is actually where Amazon Translate can be used. It will translate your website into different languages according to the user, according to the visitor. So this is one of the most common use cases of Amazon Translate. And that's how the pricing of Amazon Translate works. You will have to pay $15 per million characters process. If your document has 1 million characters and you are going to use Amazon Translate, you will have to pay $15. So that is a lump sum price, okay? $15 per million characters after your free tier is ended. So that's it, guys, for today's lecture. I will see you in the last chapter of our AWS AI Practitioner course, and it would be a really simple and interesting chapter about prompt engineering. So make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi, and if you have any feedback or suggestion, please let me know. Have a good one. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you're doing great today. Welcome to the last chapter of our AWS AI Practitioner course, and it is about the core concept of AI, which is known as prompt engineering. So let's get started and make sure that you have subscribed DevOps Molvi. I hope that you have learned a lot from this course, and we have covered the major and the core AI ML services on AWS. So, first of all, what is a prompt? I hope that now every student, every graduate, every DevOps engineer, every cloud engineer knows about a prompt. A prompt is a natural language text that requests the Gen AI to perform a specific task. Like you have used Claude, you have used DeepSeek or ChatGPT, you write something and ChatGPT will help you. What you write is known as a prompt, okay? Define Kubernetes. Now, this is a prompt, okay? Generative AI systems require context and detailed information to produce accurate and relevant responses. Now, this is what prompt engineering is known as, okay? This is actually prompt engineering, that you write the most accurate prompt so that AI platform can help you solve your problem. This is known as prompt engineering. And in prompt engineering, you continuously refine prompts. For instance, if you are facing any problem, you write the prompt, but ChatGPT does not give you the accurate solution. So you write the prompt again with some more additional information. Now, in fact, you are using prompt engineering. So you refine the prompts until you get the desired outcomes from the AI system. That's what we are going on a daily basis. Prompt engineering bridges the gap between large language models and end users. That is actually the shortest and the sweetest explanation of prompt engineering. It is bridging the gap. This is large language model and this is me. So my prompts, my refined prompts are actually bridging the gap between the large language models and end users. And this whole phenomenon is known as prompt engineering. Now here, ChatGPT, this is an example of ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT what is a prompt. A prompt is the instruction or input you give to an AI model, like GPT-5 nowadays is the ChatGPT model. So now ChatGPT suggests me that explain Kubernetes. This is not a good prompt. It is vague, okay, or it is incomplete. Please refine it. please redefine it so that I can give you the more accurate results. Now, this is actually prompt engineering. So the redefine or refined prompt is explain Kubernetes for DevOps beginners in simple language with real world examples. Now, this is how we can train our large language model. That's how the gap between LLM and end user would be filled out. So this is a perfect engineered prompt. It will also give the output on this prompt as well. For instance, if I write, let's do this right now, ChatGPT. Now, if I write explain Kubernetes, okay, and it is also suggesting me further addition so that I can use this addition to make the prompt perfect. It will give more information, more accurate information. Now, this should be a refined prompt. And now let's compare the outputs. I will open ChatGPT in another browser. Now here Kubernetes in plain English. And if I write explain, now both outputs are different. This is a different output and this is a different one. You can compare the outputs, okay? So now this is more simple and more refined prompt, and this would be a VOG, just like ChatGPT said that it is a VOG prompt. So guys, make sure that we must write the most accurate prompt so that the AI model can help us to give the most accurate solution. And this is known as prompt engineering. This whole phenomenon, this whole process is known as prompt engineering. Now, getting back to the slide, that was actually the end of AWS AI Practitioner course. And we have covered a lot of AWS AI services, including Bedrock, SageMaker AI, Amazon Q, Amazon Lex, Amazon Q Developer, Q in QuickSight, and Amazon Translate. So the most important AWS AI services, ML services have been covered. And in the next year, 2026, inshallah, I am planning to upload the AWS Solutions Architect course, and it would be all the labs. That would be complete practical course on AWS Solutions Architect, on AWS core services, including IAM, EC2, S3, RDS, and so on. So the major solutions architect services are going to be covered in this course. And after that, we will proceed towards the solutions architect professional course. I really appreciate your cooperation, your patience, and make sure that you subscribe and like my videos and share it among your friends. I will see you in the next course of AWS Solutions Architect. Have a good one. Bye.